happened, Lush?
Well,
You're a higher up.
Where's Tamantha?
Well, I'll say this.
Jesus Christ.
Of no decision of mine, Tam is not here right now. You feel me? Like, so, you know.
Is this a permanent deal?
I don't know or believe so, and I'm not sure what conversations have been had, but it's pretty obvious to anybody who pays even cursory attention to this show that there's been tension building up between her and Adam. It seems like they get along. Sometimes it seems like they don't. When they're on the pod together, the vibe is chill, you know, and like I know that they rock with each other in certain ways, but then the things that are said other times when they're potting without the other person there,
or on other streams,
on other platforms, is not necessarily the same.
I don't watch none of y'all shit when I'm on vacation.
We
so
love
I'm
you,
trying to,
Tam.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Tam, we love you.
Yeah, full with Tam.
I think most people in the chat and most people, everybody that
Oh, that's why we didn't get a group
It's
chat.
Tam
too.
gang.
I just realized that.
yeah,
So y'all trying to give it a boot?
ain't no y'all. You feel me? Like if I was in a hiring
Hey, shout
position,
out to
I would
the
have got rid of
homegirl,
you
bro.
like 6 months ago.
Yeah, that's the whole girl for sure.
Tam
100%.
is my dog. This is crazy.
Oh, wait. I did see a clip. She was talking shit about Adam with Dejan.
You still got the no jumper in the bio.
I think that's what a lot of the tension
look,
came from.
So there is still no jumper in the bio. That tells us a lot.
She's
right
just
there.
been busy today.
She might just
That's
be busy.
fucked up.
I hope Tam eating pineapples in Inglewood somewhere.
You feel
chilling.
Right, yeah.
Inglewood.
Like it's an
Why can't
island.
you? Yeah. Why can't you be eating?
Why did the chat keep talking about you got fired from No Jumper?
That's the narrative right now. I might be fired. I don't know.
I might
I'm
be
waiting-
fired. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm waiting to be fired, like personally, for
Formally?
real. Yeah, formally, but we'll find out.
Let me say this. Tam, you, and this is honest God truth, you are one of the best things to happen to No Jumper in a very long time. They mishandled you. You could have brought back the essence of No Jumper, which was cam girl, house phones, SoundCloud rap, underground hip hop, just cool hip hop talk, casual West Coast feeling. You get what I'm saying? Non-gangbanger shit.
Yep.
Basically what I'm saying. Non-affiliate. That's what No Jumper started as. You are more original to the No Jumper, the true No Jumper brand, than a Munchie, than a Hefe, than a Spody Face, than any gang member up there. No disrespect to y'all. But the Tams, the house phones, the Dejan Pauls, the Luscious, when he's not banging Clemson Street. Non-Clemson Street Luscious.
Yes.
That is more closer to the organic, true essence of No Jumper. So, knock on wood, because I would hate to see it happen. Knock on wood. If Adam or Josh ever make the foolish decision of letting you go, you hold your head high because that's on them. That's their loss.
When you really take a step back and look at No Jumper as a platform, one thing becomes clear. It's not built like a traditional podcast where you see the same faces for years and years. Instead, it operates more like a revolving door of personalities, with Adam22 being the one constant at the center of it all. Over time, we've seen a long list of hosts come and go, and on the surface, it's easy to say that Adam22 just can't keep the same people around because of his personality. But if we're being honest, the situation is a lot more complex than that. No Jumper isn't just a podcast, it's a business. And like any business, there are budget decisions, restructuring, and sometimes layoffs that play a role in why certain hosts are no longer there. On top of that, the platform thrives off controversy, viral moments, and high-energy discussions. While that brings attention and views, it can also create tension behind the scenes. Then you have the power dynamic. Adam22 owns the platform, which means he ultimately controls the direction, the decisions, and who stays or goes. That alone can create situations where hosts feel like they're building their brand, but not necessarily securing long-term stability within the platform. Now, with all that being said, this is where personal decisions come into play, especially when it comes to someone like Tam. Because if you're in a position like that, where you're attached to a platform as big as No Jumper, the smartest move is to play the long game. That means keeping things as cordial and professional as possible with the person who's in control, in this case, Adam22. Not because you have to agree with everything, and not because you don't stand on your own principles, but because timing matters. Tam had an opportunity to continue building her name, expanding her reach, and solidifying her presence on a platform that already had a massive audience. And if she would have maintained that working relationship a little longer, she could have positioned herself to eventually step away on her own terms, with more leverage, more visibility, and a stronger independent platform. Instead of leaving prematurely, the long-term strategy would have been to maximize the situation first, take full advantage of the exposure, build a loyal audience, and then transition out when the foundation is solid. Because in this industry, it's not just about making a move, it's about making the right move at the right time. And that's really the lesson in all of this. Whether it's No Jumper or any other platform, relationships, timing, and strategy play a major role in how far you can take your career. If you move too early, you risk leaving value on the table. But if you play it smart, you can turn one opportunity into something much bigger. The real solution in situations like this comes down to understanding leverage, timing, and emotional discipline. If you're a host on a platform like No Jumper, you have to treat it like a stepping stone, not the final destination. That means maximizing every opportunity in front of you while you have access to the audience, the exposure, and the infrastructure that's already built. Instead of reacting emotionally to disagreements, tension, or behind-the-scenes issues, the smarter play is to stay strategic. Build your personal brand while you're there. Start your own content on the side. Grow your social media presence. Create something that belongs to you, so when the time comes to separate, you're not starting from zero, you're transitioning with momentum. At the same time, maintaining a cordial and professional relationship with the person in control is key. You don't have to agree with everything, but you do have to understand the position you're in. Respecting the business structure while quietly building your independence is what gives you the upper hand long term. Because once you've built enough value, you don't have to force your exit. You can walk away on your own terms, with your audience following you, not wondering where you went. The final thought is simple. In this industry, patience will always outperform pride. Moving too early can cost you opportunities that you may not get back, especially when you're still in the process of building your name. But if you stay disciplined, play your role, and move with intention, you can turn a temporary position into a permanent platform of your own. It's not about staying forever. It's about staying long enough to win.